Hello, my name's William. This is my short, concise expression of why I advocate a resource-based economy. Now I've been a member of the movement for quite a long time now. I'm a sociologist in Britain, or soon to be. I'm just about to finish university, and I've been working with homeless people, homeless young people in Portsmouth now for 10 years, which has been a journey. I don't know how you can put it really. Like in the new Zeitgeist film, and they talk about kind of childhood and things that should happen that don't, and things that don't happen that should. I was certainly a victim of that, and grew up with a bit of a chip on my shoulder. I didn't really like the world, and then I somehow, for one reason or another, got into youth work and worked with some children who had, oh crikey, I thought I'd had it bad. I hadn't really ever met anyone who had kind of extreme kind of sexual abuse or physical abuse till I started working in the sector with young people, and it was so sad. And I've just kind of learnt that there's a reason why vast sectors of society aren't happy and why they're not out there happily working away and being good citizens, you know, and quite simply that's because their formative years, when they were learning about the world and what to expect from the world and how to be and how to operate, that they were abused by those nearest and closest to them, you know, physically, sexually, mentally. I've, you know, just seen such sad cases, and it just, after a while, I just couldn't escape the fact that people aren't born equal, you know, people are all born into different pockets, and because we have different levels of society with different levels of cultural and kind of financial capital, that people are just vastly differentiated, and it's so sad, you know, and there's only so long you can take this ideology that kind of rich people are rich because they've earned it and because they've worked hard themselves, and poor people are poor because they haven't. We're all victims of culture. And what kind of society where you can look at one end, the children that I meet, you'll get kids that are just born and abused from day dot, and at the same level, at the other end of the spectrum, you'll get kids who are born into royalty, who are going to have a £30 million wedding, you know, which we've got to pay for, and then there's just all the different sectors in between that. And when I look at our species, I just see one that's divided, and societies like Britain and America and the West, and globally, because no one can escape the hand of the financial markets, people are divided. People don't care about each other. People can't relate. They can't empathise. It's no different if you take a group of children, put them in a room, and if you give all the kids different amounts of toys each to play with, you know, different quality of toys, they're going to argue, aren't they? They're going to fight. It happens. Anyone who has children knows that you have to try and do things equally a little bit. You know, you have to teach them to share. You can't just give everything to one of the children and nothing to the other, because doesn't make for healthy or happy kids, you know. And our society is just like that. We're so in our infancy. We're having to learn the most basic lessons in the 21st century, you know, and having to make a video about why I advocate a resource-based economy is essentially, to me, it's like having to make a video asking why I advocate sharing. And sharing is just good. It's good. It helps you to relate to people. It builds relationships. It helps you empathise and see how other people's lives are. And the product of that is that you care about people and you do things for them, and you make their lives better. If you want to build a big society, you don't let people go off and get rich like Osborne and Cameron are doing. You don't set the stage for more entrepreneurialism. That's like setting the stage for more racism. That's like putting the bloody Ku Klux Klan in local government or something, you know? It's just unacceptable. You know, as with racism and things, we seek to stamp it out. We seek to stop it. We seek to build a multicultural society where people can be looked on evenly. So why is money so unquestioned? Why are we still waiting for this bloody invisible hand to turn up? Because it's been a while now and it hasn't shown up. And when you sit in, day out, and you see people being abused, and you see the lives, and you see the cycle of deprivation going, and things getting worse, and the gap between the rich and the poor increasing, it's really hard, you know, because people are just being hurt. People are People are being hurt, people are being shot, people are being killed, people are being abused, people around the earth that's actually starving to death. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine dying from diarrhoea? And it's not just the odd one or two, it's tens of thousands every day. It's disgusting. I'm ashamed of the human species at the moment. I advocate the Zeitgeist movement and a resource-based economy because they provide hope. They say that no, that's not all right, and that we can stop that. They're not seeking to put in a 10, 20-year plan to halve child poverty, and if they don't do it, they'll have another look at it in 20 years. They say that no. They say that we have the resources to stop this. We have the knowledge. We know how to build water pipelines. You can build an oil pipeline that goes all the way around the earth so people with the money can buy their oil. But yet you can't take water to people who are dying from not having a clean glass of water. The Zeitgeist movement and a resource-based economy doesn't go like that. It advocates that the earth is the common heritage of everyone to share. And not for us all just to dive in and take what we want, but for us to intelligently manage the planet. Again, no person would ever go shopping for their family, put it in their cupboard and let their kids just dive in and eat it all and go starving a week. We as a species are just having to learn the most basic things, and it's so painful. Come on, people. Enough is enough. This shit's got to go.